First thing and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham V'chaha Kodash, Kal Halal Wahawadla, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Waha V'chaha Kodash. Double honor goes out to the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the elders at the great millstone who do rule well and who teach well, laboring in this word and doctrine. Okay, and salutations to the hopeful elect out there, noising his gospel abroad and lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Yahushai, wherever they are located at, in sincerity and in truth. Abba Ratazah, which means Father willing, so Father willing, this lesson is edifying. So, welcome back to another episode of the MOTB. Right, that's an acronym that stands for the mark of the BEAST, which indeed is the RFID, Radio Frequency Identification Device, micro CHIP. Alright, so unfortunately I can't access the article to the image you see on the screen, so I screenshotted it, and also the next part of the article, which I did that a few days ago. Alright, been meaning to go into this lesson, okay? But we know all roads leads down to the MOTB, and this prophecy is super close. All right. So yeah, inspiration obviously is drawn from this that you see on your device. So yeah, this prophecy, Bible prophecy, is coming to pass. The CHIP already is here, right? So the elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, etc., the small hat international banking families, they want to electronically tag people with the micro CHIP implant. All right. Okay. Implant it in them and say it's for what? Your security, your benefit, for your betterment, to have all your data on it. Ultimately, these elites, they want their birthright back. They want complete and total control because they have that God complex. All right. Okay. And if you go ahead and take this device, man, it'll have all your information on it, and they'll have access to it as well. So, Bangkok Post. China races to develop brain-computer interfaces that can be inserted in 10 minutes. Published on the 9th of August 2026. The year of sellouts, apostates, and agents. Okay. But really, if you take this device, it's for your downfall. Alright, because if you take it, you will be destroyed by the Lord. The elect won't take it. They're not going to be deceived into it. Okay. But it means that you're not going to be able to move in this devil society without it. And these other nations are on board with this technology too. Of course, China, right? People in Sweden are CHIPed. Okay, other countries are in this race to develop, further push this technology. Okay. So everything about you, they'll put it in that charagma or charagma. See, we've been saying it beginning with the head apostles on down from GMS, Great Millstone, right? If you take the digital all, okay, then you will have fully submitted yourselves to the wicked elites of E, right? Meaning, you're a total slave to this system. Total slave to this system. The Chinese devices which enable patients to control digital technology using their thoughts alone can be inserted via a vein like a stent, unlike conventional BCIs that require patients to undergo brain surgery. There goes those false miracles, left-hand miracles. Okay. You see. And a lot of people are going to be deceived into taking this. They're going to make celebrities push this as well. Because especially Jake celebrities, all right, who majority of our people, can look up to. Okay. They're not the true role models. All right. You see. They're going to be like, oh, I can do this, that, and the other. And a lot of people will be deceived into it. Oh, I can finally see again, have this CHIP inserted into my brain. I can see again. I can move a cursor with my mind. can walk you and all that stuff. Alright? But really, this is gonna destroy you, then heal you. As Beijing pushes to nurture homegrown players in the sector to compete with Elon Musk's Neuralink, StairMed Technology, one of the startups involved, is developing a more minimally invasive way of delivering the device, entering through blood vessels in the neck and guiding it through the vascular system directly into the brain, said Zhao Zhengtuo, the company's co-founder at the Global Health Summit in Hong Kong. Yeah. So yeah, this technology is going to be mandated all over the world, man. Okay. And it's going to happen soon because it's Bible prophecy. Again, they will push it upon the whole world. Let's go to the book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 33, and go straight to the point. And it reads, verse 33, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." Yeah, when this comes to pass, you're going to remember that those men were warning you of this. They were preaching in the true name of God, Yahweh wa Yahushai. They were saying that the so-called white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, and that the Lord's chosen people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? They were warning for years that the RFID micro chip, the MOTB, was going to be released upon the whole planet. Then they'll realize that that was a man of the Lord speaking to me. Then it'll be too late by that time. Judgment of the Most High will flash before your very eyes. You know, they were telling me the truth all along. Right? But a lot of you mocked and scoffed and, you know, was like, yeah, cool, whatever. You know, yeah. Pretending you were down. Okay. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, "And he," right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, "causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor," Salakia. Yeah, I'll read Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down again. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. "And he," right, so-called white man, Esau, Edom, beginning with the elites, "causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." You see? Yeah? Rich and poor, free and bond. So you could be homeless on the street, right? You could have mansions, whatever. There goes you know, you're rich and poor. Free and bond, yeah? You know, people walking around in society, and people in jail, okay? And even prisoners that want a lesser prison sentence, you know, they'll take the charagma. If it means getting out sooner, oh yeah, they'll come to them and say, hey, take this sihib. You can come out sooner. You can do a lesser sentence and come out sooner. And prisoners will be like, oh, yeah, I'll be down on that. To do that, yeah? Okay. Verse 18, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 666. So yeah, all your details will be on that CHIP, medical details, card details, everything else. You won't need any other thing. Like I was saying, if you take the micro CHIP, you're worshipping this system, this beast system, and you're saying that the international bank, you know, bankers, you know, are you God? Slaves to them, instead of, you know, trusting in Yahweh Shemel Shai. And you take that CHIP, like it says in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the heavenly Father Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb," that's Yahushai. "And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." Complete destruction for you if you take that. The Lord will turn you inside out for taking that physical mark. Remember, you cannot function in society if you refuse the mark. So do not take the charagma. And anyway, this society is on its way out. Mercury would turn to a lake of fire, those that take it. We'll be in there. So yeah.